Happy Wednesday. We are in the book of Habakkuk. We've been moving our way through thinking about the problem of evil. That led us to the books of Proverbs and also to the book of Job. Today, I want to circle back and clean up two things that are sort of left hanging by the coverage I have given to Habakkuk so far. So the first thing I want to speak to is the syllogism that I set up early on. So 1,000 years ago when I was an undergrad, one of the things that professors would throw out to sort of undermine the faith of students was this classic restatement of the problem of evil. If God is all good, then evil shouldn't exist. Evil exists, therefore God is either not all powerful or he's not all good. So not enough students have had logic to sort of see the error in the syllogism. It's just not, those things don't necessarily follow. Let me start by saying, any God worthy of worship is going to be bigger than we can grasp and comprehend. And we'll know things and we'll do things that don't make intuitive sense to us. So I think what we can say, and again, this discussion, there's books. To say there's books is to understate it. There's thousands of books that sort of unpack the problem of evil and come at it from different angles. But the classic syllogism that was stated, 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, look, basically to say, if God is all good and God is all powerful, then it makes sense that evil will not exist forever. And he has promised that to be the case. But it is possible, in ways that are not clear to us at the moment, that evil may have a purpose that we don't understand, and that it might be for the greater good that God allows this. Now, I don't want to make light of this problem. The problem of evil is a problem. Personally, morally, it can undo us. So I don't want to, I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just trying to say that this classic freshman philosophy class kind of attack on the Christian faith does not hold up. So we don't want students to hear this for the first time when they're in college and get gobsmacked by the idea that, oh my goodness, nobody's ever talked about this before. There are good answers out there. Trust me, you got problems. You're not the first one to raise those problems with the Christian faith. The second thing I want to say is I don't want to miss our quick overview of the book of Job to remind you of something I've said on several occasions, and that is you don't want to be Job's friends. So Job, when life comes undone and everything dies and it's just horrible beyond comprehension, Job's friends come and sit with him. And they just sort of sit in silence for days, and they are actually great friends at that point. But then they begin trying to answer Job's questions. Job is wondering, what in the world is going on? Where is God? And they all sort of in different ways say to Job, well, look, Job, the problem here is you. And you have sinned and you have done wrong things and this is punishment. And they're wrong in what they're saying. So I use Job's friends as an example to say to people, when one of your friends has been kicked in the gut, when they have just suffered a horrible tragedy, when you get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're going over there because somebody has died, a child is missing, whatever unthinkable thing has happened, your assignment is just to go, and it's not to have answers. It's just to go there and to be there and to cry and to give them a hug and when they say, how did this happen? It's not to try and answer that. It's not to say, I know how you feel. No, don't say that. That's not helpful. It's not to say, look, it's really bad now. It'll be better in a little while. You'll get over this. You'll recover. No, don't go there. Don't try any of that stuff. Just show up. You may need to be the rational one in the darkest, earliest hours to figure out, oh my goodness, we've got to contact this person, or we've got to figure out what's going to happen with this child, or we've got to think about food, or we've got to think, I don't know. There are sometimes some very practical considerations that somebody needs to attend to, and maybe you do that. But you don't try and answer their questions, even if they're asking the question, like, where is God? Say, I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine. I'm sorry. And you're there. So Job's friends get an A initially, but they pivoted too quickly. So I don't want you to miss this little pastoral teaching moment. Hope that's helpful. Hope you have a good day. See you tomorrow.